All right, so hey guys, it's me, 80s from 4. By the way, guys, hope you guys can hear me. Um, I'm basically doing this from work. Um, you know, like I said, I'm going to get home pretty late, and so I'm not really sure if I can even stream at home. So I figured, you know what, let's just do it here. You know. So like I said, man, a lot to recap, man, a lot to recap. So unfortunately, I cannot share my camera on. So we're gonna go ahead and go to the games, and I'll do the timestamps on the replay when I get back home. So this will be a short stream, guys, probably around 30 minutes, I'm guessing. So make sure you guys smash the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're new out here, guys. And yeah, guys, so let's go read some comments. Albert Kerner says, "Let's go, man. Yeah, let's go, man. You must be happy, man. You must be happy." Anyways, I did a quick poll out there, guys, so you guys can check it out on the thing. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this, man. Um, let me go ahead and share my screen here. So share my screen. Where is it? Right here. Let's start with the Europa League first. We got Juventus 1, Sevilla 1. I gotta say, man, Juventus were terrible. I was very, very disappointed um, with doing like Juventus just didn't look that great. Like I was really disappointed with Juventus, you know. And Sevilla, man, you got to give them props. They were amazing this game. They were absolutely fantastic, you know. And in some ways, I do think that this result, in some ways, is papering with the cracks because Juventus didn't look great. You know, let's start with that. Let's start with the Vlahovic chance. Right on early on, man, Vlahovic had a great chance to score. He missed it. Bono made a very good save, and then Kostic as well missed an early chance. And then from that point on, it was all Sevilla. Sevilla were dominating as heck. They created so many chances, and they finally scored in the breakaway with Ocampos putting a great assist there for Indaziri. And yeah, I mean, for Sevilla, man, they looked great. You know, they almost scored again. Chesney made a very good save. And as I said, guys, Juventus just didn't look great. And I was really surprised with um I was really surprised with Allegri. You know, why did he take off Di Maria? Why did he take off Vlahovic? You know, bringing on players like you know Chiesa. Chiesa I can understand, but bringing on Elaine Jr. I thought was pretty good. Obviously, Federico Gatti scored again. Milik, and and Pogba. Pogba got the assist. And for Juventus, man, they were just not that great. They just couldn't create quality chances in this game. And for Sevilla, man, I mean, they're gonna look at themselves and say, "Yeah, we should have won this game. We should have won this game." You know. So let me go ahead and read some of your comments, guys. Let me read some of your comments. Let's go, Basil. How can they keep getting away? We'll talk about Basil in a bit later. Juventus equals. Oh my God. 80. You must be upset to see Basel keep on advancing. Can they win it all? Well, Fiorentina were the biggest disappointment. We'll talk about Fiorentina in a bit later, guys. Juventus are quickly becoming their own jinx in European finals. Wow, Basel. Let's go, Basel. Allegri's the luckiest man on this planet. Exactly, man. Like, I don't know how Juventus keep getting away with this, But you have to give credit to Allegri there for making the right changes. Pogba getting the assist there for Gatti, equalizing right there from the corner. And yeah, for Juventus, man, like I said, they were just simply not good enough on the day. Only 2 shots on target, and Sevilla, man, 13 shots, 5 on target. Despite the fact that Juventus did get a draw, I still think I said in my preview that Juventus needed to win the first leg. If Juventus don't win the first leg, they're in big trouble because I just don't know how they're going to win away in Sevilla. The Ramos Sanchez Stadium. It's going to be very, very difficult, and I just don't see them doing it. So that's why I think Sevilla is going to advance. I really would be. I think Sevilla is now in the driving seat here. You know. So yeah, man, I just think it's interesting. How did Juventus win? This is Sevilla's league. I understand this is Sevilla. Sevilla is Europa League heritage, but I still believe on paper Juventus have a better team. Like you would take, look at this team. You would take Vlahovic and Di Maria over players like Nazir and Torres. Cuadrado. Like if we did a combined 11, we would pick mostly Juventus players, right? But the thing is, and for me, this is a home game for Juventus. See, if this was away in Sevilla, I can understand, right? But the fact that you're at home and you put out this kind of performance and you just about scraped over the line and got a draw, it's not good enough, man. It's not great. So, like I said, man, just not good enough, man. Not good enough. Anyways, how many likes we're at? Let me go ahead and check that out. Um, so let me see how many likes we're at. 8 likes, guys. So, yeah, man. Like I said, there's that. But yeah, I mean, and as I was saying, man, it's just not good enough for Juventus, man. Okay, let's move on to the next game. Unless you guys have any further thoughts on this game, because like I said, man, Juventus, man, Not very good performance. Not a very good performance. And yeah, Bonici there for the miss. I think he was at fault for that goal Sevilla scored. I have to double check here. And you can see the momentum here, how um, it was Sevilla that dominated the first half. Juventus did dominate the second half, though. So, but still, man, just not great. Let's see what the ticker says here. The visitors are the better of the first half, and they got the goal they deserve. Accomplice Rakitic was denied. And yeah, man, like I said, man, Pogba there get that assist, man. So let's move on next, guys, to Roma and Leverkusen. Oh my God, Roma, man, Roma. Yeah, actually, before we move on to the next game, let's just read some last comments regarding the Juventus game. Juventus very much bad this game. Sevilla deserved to win, but Juve pushed and got the equalizer. Exactly. Juventus not excited anymore. Shavlavovic move away. Perhaps, man. Perhaps he should, because there's been a lot of talk about him and everything. Now let's talk about the Roma Leverkusen game, guys. Like I said, guys, this will be a short stream. I could probably do this 30 minutes max, so I can't do it for very long. Okay. And hope you guys can hear me. I'm not even sure I can hear because I'm doing this from a different environment. I'm doing it at home. So, but anyways, let's start with this game. Wow. Roma, man. I gotta say, Leverkusen played really well. Leverkusen played really well in this game, in my opinion. And I think they'll be very disappointed to not have scored in this game. Because for me, they had some good chances. I'm looking at Florian Wirtz's chance. That was a big chance that he missed very early on, the 7th minute of the game. I believe Andrij also missed a huge chance, literally the first minute of the game. And for Roma, man, like I said with this team is not great. Like I said, this Roma team isn't that spectacular, but they just have this character and passion to keep pushing, even when their team isn't that great, you know. And I'm looking at players like Dybala, and Dybala for me is just so important to this team. He brings so much element to this team, you know. And I feel like for me, for Leverkusen, man, they just didn't get going in this game. You know, I'm looking at Ibanez's chance that he almost scored there. That was a great save on the 19th minute. And the thing is with Roma is that they couldn't create quality chances. You know, they had to, bring on Dybala to give that change, you know. And I just feel like for me, for Leverkusen, man, they just played well. Defensively, they were very solid, which is something I didn't expect for Leverkusen. I thought they would be a bit more vulnerable, but they were great defensively. You know, Radecki making some good saves. You know, and yeah, I mean, like I said, man, it was just huge, you know. Leverkusen, though, had some injured players, I think. You know, they brought in Bakir, Adil, Azmoun. And yeah, the Roma in the second half, man, they scored. You know, the Roma scored. That's his first goal. Eduardo Boa scored there. You know, Belotti should have scored there. The Leverkusen, they pretty much were pushing. And then there was a big chance. Rui Patricio actually made a huge mistake there for that clearance, gave the ball away, and obviously Frimpong, I think, Jeremy Frimpong almost scored there, but it was cleared off by Ibanez, I believe. You know, didn't touch his hands. I thought a penalty might be given there, and that's how the game finishes. You know, so Roma wins 1-0. Now, is this tied down? Absolutely not, because Leverkusen will give them a good game in Germany. I think the thing is for Leverkusen is can they take those chances? You know, because for me, I think they really need Patrick Schick. So is Patrick Schick going to be back for the second leg? No, I think he's going to miss it. I think he's going to miss the second leg. Bellarabi as well. And yeah, I mean, so for Leverkusen, man, it's going to be very interesting. For Roma, man, Dybala needs to start the second leg. I don't know why he didn't start this game. Maybe he wasn't fully fit? You guys can let me know in the comments. But I was very surprised that he didn't start, because for me, he should be starting for this team. So let me read some comments here, guys. We're 10 minutes of stream, so we're going good in time. So that's good. Albert said Pogba should retire. Oh, come on, man. Don't be harsh, man. Don't be harsh. 80s voice changed a bit. Oh, I see. I don't even know how I sound like, so hopefully I sound good. Hopefully you guys can hear me. So Yeah. I thought a different person was talking. Roma's going to win the Europa and then win the UCL next season. They're definitely not winning the Champions League. I'm saying this right now. They're definitely not winning the Champions League next season. And is it even a guarantee they win the Europa League? Because they're playing against Sevilla, and we all know Sevilla is the football heritage club this competition. Because so let's see. For Roma, in my opinion, they could win this if they don't play Sevilla. Because if they play Sevilla, it's going to be very difficult for them to win that final. I hope they. I would love to see them win the Europa League, but I'm just being objectively speaking that Sevilla is going to be difficult to beat them. Leverkusen, remember they had to play at the end of the game. Like, come on, that's a bit harsh, Frank. That's a bit harsh. But yeah, that they did up their intensity a bit in the second half. Like it was like, you know, um, so yeah, Roma 2022, Conference League 2023, Europa League 2024. We'll see, man. We'll see. Hello, MR96 says hello, and Dabella is still fully recovering. Yeah, and Asmun. Yeah, I just don't understand with Xabi Alonso. Why does Asmun not start? I think Asmun should be starting. You know, and I would put him in place for that Hizzo guy. You know, you got to keep Diaby, of course, and you have to keep Warts, but maybe have him place off the striker. You know, I think he could do a good job. It's just I don't know, man. What's that wrong? You know, so yeah, man. As I said, and Top Soba, man of the match. He was spectacular on the day. Defensively was solid. Made a lot of crucial tackles. Had a good game. Good game. All right. Before we move on to the next game, do you guys have any further thoughts on the Europa League? I'll give you guys maybe 2 or 3 minutes, and then we're going to go ahead and talk about the Conference League. Um, so let's see what you guys saying. Jose after losing to Sevilla in Europa. This is football. Okay. Oh jeez. Okay. All right. Let's move on, guys. Let's move on to the next game. Now we have to discuss about this. Basel, like, I don't know what to say with this club. This club keeps defying the odds time and time again. And it feels like me predicting against them is actually a blessing. I feel like I'm jinxing this. Like, it feels like Basel is just like proving the doubters wrong. Like, this is an incredible underdog story. Like, the fact that they're not even, you know what's crazy, guys? They're not even in the top 4 in the Swiss league. They're right now 5th place. You know, and it's ridiculous because they're not going to even get European football next season, if provided they don't win this. And now they might actually win this Conference League, which would be some crazy fast story. Like, we know how a few seasons ago we had Villarreal winning the Europa League. This would be even more crazier than this, because Basel have proven the doubters time and time again. You know, and yeah, like I said, man, and you look at the momentum in this game. You know, if you look at the momentum here, you would think Fiorentina won this game. But if you actually saw the game, Basel proved it, man. Basel did it. And I got to give credit to Basel because they have proven me wrong time and time again. And for Fiorentina, man, did we overhype this team? You know, let's look at the lineups, man. Because for me, man, I said in this video, I said in my preview that Fiorentina defensively looked very, very shocking. I haven't been impressed with them. And when you lose 3-2 at home to Lech Poznan, it's not very good. You know, I know you can use your second string team or whatever. I kind of, gave them benefit of the doubt. But I guess it just shows how defensively is just not very good, And they showed early signs early on. Do you guys remember they had scored an offside goal? John Kevin Augustine, he scored, put Basel in front. Obviously, the goal was disallowed. It didn't stand. And you could tell the warning signs were there, And I just think that for me, man, for Fiorentina, man, they kept pushing and pushing, and that was a great goal from Copper. Great, great goal. I believe that was a header there from Lucas Martinez Corta. Brilliant, brilliant, man. And in the second half, man, I was watching the Galazzo show, and I actually saw all the highlights, all the big moments, and didn't show any highlights in the second half, basically. So it just proved to me that Fiorentina probably didn't make any, hits probably didn't make any huge saves, only 2 saves, whereas Terrasano only made 1 save. So I feel like maybe Fiorentina were just too comfortable. Like, they were like, okay, the game's done, But the thing is, you have to keep pushing, especially at home, And then obviously that goal, it was a spectacular goal. Diop scoring the equalizer there, spectacular goal. And then obviously Amaduni scoring right at the end, at the 90th minute to break Fiorentina hearts with a great header there, great crossing there, great set piece delivery. And like I said, for Fiorentina, man, this is very, very disappointing for them. They should have won this game. But as I said, man, Basel, man, they just keep getting away. They just keep proving the odds time and time again. Like I said, man, if Fiorentina wins the Conference League, we're gonna have to have this will be one of the most craziest things I've seen in my life. Like I will be very, very. It's gonna be insane, guys, if they do it. Um, so let me read some of your comments. I wish Sevilla were in the relegation zone so we could see second division team UCL. Wow, and they're not gonna get relegated, guys. They're not gonna get relegated. Rank as well said Basel can't keep getting away with it. Yeah, man, that's crazy, man. Look at the momentum when they scored the winner. That's so insane. I know, right? HR said West Ham would be winning. Would won. I hope Basel for Fiorentina win. Yeah, I personally, for me, I want AZ Alkmaar or Basel to win it. That would be an amazing final. That would be an amazing, amazing final. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get both underdogs, but I do think probably one of the underdogs might progress. I've seen Basel Conference League semifinals, like seeing seventh place Lyon in the UCL semifinals for 2 to 3 years ago. Except this time, not rank Albert. Basel is a position to possibly win it, whereas Lyon, we all knew Lyon wouldn't beat Bayern, you know. So yeah, that makes me not too hopeful with Sofian Amrabat to Barca. Well, guys, he did come out the 73rd minute, so he wasn't at fault for the winning goal. So you can't blame him for the winning goal, you know. But you could, I suppose, blame him for the Diop goal, you know. And supposedly Fiorentina is one of the best CDMs from the World Cup. Yeah. My thing with the World Cup, guys, is that the World Cup is great. Obviously, performing for your national team is amazing. But we have seen it with players before. That just because you have a great World Cup doesn't mean you can be a spectacular player. Look at James Rodriguez. We all thought James would be an amazing player for 2014. You know, so I'm not saying Amrabat is a bad player, but I do think that the World Cup in some ways has overhyped him. I think people are overhyping him because of the World Cup. You know, now I still think he's a good player. You know, but I don't think he's like world class already just because he did it for Morocco. You know, so because at the end of the day, man, a lot of the clubs that want him, a lot of the clubs that want him is going to be they're very much attacking minded teams. So let's see if he can do this for an attack minded team, and everything. So yeah, man, we'll see, man, we'll see. To be fair, CDM can't carry a team, a striker can. Yeah, I mean, CDM is still important. HKR, CDM is still very, very important. But obviously, striker's presence is, striker has more weight, I suppose you could say. Jan LC Special says, big up Pogba. Di Maria came in, made a difference at the end, but Sevilla dominated. We already went over the Europa League game, so yeah. Yeah. So you could check it out earlier. I'll put the timestamps when I'm back home. Rank Talks well said, to be fair, James was amazing, but he had bad habits. He was world class. Oh yeah, he was great for a period of time, but like I said, we saw at the end, like just his career fell apart. At Real Madrid, Zidane didn't give him much chances, and the rest is history. Abelkar says, how can you live in a world where Dele Alli has a club, still Rodriguez doesn't? Oh my God, I don't know, man. I don't know, Albert. All right, we have one more game to go through. What minute are we on? We're in the 19 minutes, so I think we're doing good on time. I possibly could stay on for more, but as I said, I'm probably gonna have to leave. I'm guessing like 10 or 20 minutes probably. I think I'll probably be out here by 5:40 probably. But I don't know, man. It just depends whenever my dad comes. Let me just see where my dad's located. Let me see my dad's location, I guess, before we move on to the next game. Okay, let's move on to the next game, guys. West Ham 2, AZ Alkmaar 1. What a game. What a game, guys. AZ Alkmaar, man, they put up a great fight, And I think in some ways, AZ Alkmaar played well, And for me, West Ham, man, they missed so many chances. I'm looking at Declan Rice's chance. He should have scored that chance right early on, And like I said, the problem with this West Ham team is they just have a hard time scoring goals, And then obviously that Rehender's goal. What a fantastic goal! This is a guy is amazing talent. 24 years old, CDM, playing the Netherlands as his country. I wouldn't be surprised he makes a big move this summer. I wouldn't be surprised. You know, um, will some of the best clubs in the world take him? I'm not sure about that, but I do think he could possibly make a move this summer. Like maybe for instance like Brentford might take him, Brighton might take him. These kind of clubs. You know, and I just think that was a spectacular goal. He was fantastic on the day. Making that was a great presence for them in the midfield. And yeah, and then obviously that penalty, man, Matt Ryan. What was that? That was a terrible decision from you to take him down inside the box, clear penalty from stop Jared Bowen there, and then obviously Ben Ramos scored the penalty. Scored the goal against United in the weekend, and now scored the penalty here. And then obviously the second goal was class, man. Michael Antonio there with the header. Um, it was actually cleared off the line, I believe, but the goal it already went past the line, so it didn't really matter. And yeah, for West Ham, man, they secure a big 2-1 win. Um, and yeah, I just think for me, man, for AZ Alkmaar, man, they just couldn't really get into they just didn't really create that many quality chances, unfortunately. That's the thing. Is I think they controlled the midfield well. They had more possession, but unfortunately just couldn't create those chances. Um, yeah, they should have just created those chances, man. So yeah, I just think for West Ham, man, it's a huge win for them. And now they have a tricky game in the second leg where they have to play away and Netherlands. And let's see if they can hold on, man. Let's see if they can hold on to advance to the Conference League final. Let me read some comments here. Maguire's still playing for United. HR says, what happened in 2020, 2021 West Ham? Lingardinho was on fire. Yeah, man. I don't know what happened to this team. Like, they were really good that season. They were amazing that season. And, they almost could have got top 4 that season, I believe. So, yeah. Master says, Steve was trying to say it wasn't a penalty. Yeah, it was definitely a penalty, man. Come on. Abelkar said, Lingard should have permanently moved to West Ham. I agree on that, so you should have. Ring tells, well, I forgot to ask you, 80. Should it have that been on penalty on Rabiot in the Sevilla game? I thought it was a pen. I think let me see the image. Let me see if I can go back on Twitter because I think I did see that on Twitter. Let me check if I find that out because I need to see an image. Obviously, I can't show you guys the clip here, obviously. But yeah, let me go ahead and see if I can find the image because I think I did see it on Twitter. I forgot seeing it in real time in the game. Because I was watching the Golazo show, and unfortunately, they only just show the highlights from each game. Essentially the big moments. So, that way I couldn't miss any game. So, yeah, let me see if I can find it. No, I don't see it. Yeah, but I think it should have been a penalty, if I remember correctly. So, yeah. Anyways, my dad's calling me, so I probably have to round up the stream in a bit. So I'll give you guys maybe 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes. Feels like Antonio isn't as good as 2 seasons ago. Do you think West Ham will be relegated? No, that they're gonna survive. They're gonna survive. Their goal difference is not that as bad as other teams. My favorite West Ham player is Shaka Hislop. Shaka Hislop, man. Respect to Shaka Hislop, man. Respect to Shaka Hislop. Anyways, I think I have to go now, guys. It's been good talking with you guys. Like I said, it's just been really busy. So this was a very short stream. Maybe I can come back later. I'm not sure, but yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting. Actually, let me see. I'll be back, guys. Maybe I might be able to stream a little longer, but let me just talk with my dad, see what's up. Guys, I think I have to go now. So, like I said, thank you guys for enjoying this stream, a very short stream, and maybe I could go back on Discord. Maybe we could talk more about the game there and have some of you guys come on. So yeah, like I said, guys, I'll see you guys later, man. Peace out.